G'day everyone, it's Jai here from Metal on Tap, and I've got Caelin here, and Caelin is a very important person, especially to the whole Knotfest experience. Would you like to explain what you do for the people?
Yes, absolutely. So, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure to speak with you today, Jai. I am the Global Museum Director. So, I bring the museum, the Slipknot Museum, to Knotfest around the world. So, I've been working on it for 4 years. I've curated it, we've changed it over a number of times. And basically, I'm responsible for everything from what goes into it to how it gets to where it needs to go to how it looks to ticketing to everything. So it's a big responsibility, but I mean, it's a dream job. So no complaints here.
I was going to say, but then looking behind you, we can see a lot of interesting items with a couple of branded items as well from said Slipknot. Where are you at the moment in the world? You must be getting ready to pack up and come down.
I am. So I'm at an undisclosed location in California. And yeah, I'm literally getting ready to get on my flight to Melbourne in about 3 hours. So
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's exciting. And you're coming back to Australia because I actually had the pleasure of meeting you last year, first time myself seeing the not Slipknot Museum. And to
Yeah.
people who haven't been, it truly is mind blowing. You open it, and it's almost like that scene from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You're kind of like taken away and immersed in this like world of Slipknot and metal, and it's just I can't describe it in words. And well done putting it together. How did you go, in particular, to people who have been before, putting it together for the 25th anniversary of Slipknot?
Yeah, so I think what we did last year was more of a retrospective, and this year we tried to take it back to the very beginning.
Mm.
So we chose pieces that are really raw, really primal. You'll notice a difference in the aesthetic, and the pieces that I'm bringing are original, capital
Wow.
O original. So you are going to see some things that you've only seen in videos or in interviews, and I think it's going to blow everybody's mind. Basically, I love that you describe that as that sort of gateway in Charlie and the
Mm.
Chocolate Factory, because I do think of it as almost like a portal. Because once you cross that threshold, we want you to feel immersed in that Slipknot world. And like I say, it's as close as a fan can get to the band without being on stage with them.
And saying that as well, because at the last experience you had, you could even, when you talk about getting close to the band, to the point you can actually play some of the instruments. Is this still a feature these days? That was a
This,
big thing.
yes. Yeah, we'll never get rid of that. Once that's started, it's like we're gonna always have to have this. The great thing about this is that first of all, if you don't play an instrument, I still encourage people to put on a guitar or a bass and get that photo opportunity because again, when are you gonna touch V-Man's bass
Yeah.
ever? And then secondly, these are instruments that are in current rotation. So I get calls from backline guys being like, "Oh, I need to go grab this guitar. He wants to play it tonight. I'll swap it out." So just know for the fans that these aren't pieces that are retired. These aren't instruments that they're not using anymore. These are instruments that
Wow.
they are currently using on stage in some of these performances.
That's incredible. Like, yeah, because it's one of those things as well. So, if you do pick up the guitar or V Man's bass, be careful with it, guys. We've got to respect that as well. It's got to go back to these guys. They don't want to know, hey,
Yes,
that guy from
they'll
Australia did that.
yeah, they'll know. They'll know if something happens to it.
And it's a fantastic experience as well, from Clown's golden mask to just all the
Hmm.
old props. What was something in particular you're really happy to get your hands on for the 25th anniversary tour, or is it something you kind of want to keep secret?
It's definitely something I want to keep secret.
Yeah,
It's more of, I would say, it's a collection of
yeah,
things that I've created this installation that I think once fans walk in, it's so massive. I think their jaws are just going to drop because it's kind of overwhelming. We've got two new photo opportunities, two items, one of which may or may not have been used on stage. So you'll have to come and
yeah.
check it out. Again, back to that, it's as close as you can get to the band without being on stage. Well, maybe you can sort of be on stage with this one item. Um, and then I think there's some. Sid gave us a few pieces that I think are really special and unique. I think the fans are going to really like that. We've just really upped the ante on all the members and just really tried to represent everybody really well and just at the same time just
Yeah.
go back to something really raw, really primal. In the beginning, they had so much passion, and I
Mm.
don't know that they even knew where it was going to go. But when something is that organic and special and that kind of talent comes together, which it doesn't always, I think then 25 years later, you have millions of fans around the world that are in love with this band. And whether it's maggots or fans, you know, everybody belongs when they're at a Slipknot show. And I think that is so unique to this
Yeah.
band.
You're giving me goosebumps describing. I can literally feel the hairs on my arms standing up. I can't believe it. To those who haven't been in there before, you really do not know what you're getting in for. It really is immersive. That's the best word for it, immersive. You're instantly into a world of Slipknot, going from that festival ground, and then you get to go out and see Slipknot later on that day as well. It truly is the whole magical experience. It's its own little Disneyland.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting too is like, even though there's a lot of sensory, you know, we're pumping music and things, I am always so amazed at the personal stories people
Mm,
have when it comes to the band. And so, even though everything about it is like loud and chaotic and exciting, the amount of vulnerability people share with us about how this band in particular has saved their lives, have gotten through divorces. You know, we had one guy hold his mother in hospice playing Iowa while she passed away.
wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's that's not something you just blow through. You want to listen to that person's story. So it really is like another dimension when people come into the museum, they feel compelled to share, and we love to hear those stories, and because it just reaffirms
Mm.
how powerful this band is. And I just can tell you, once you come to the museum and then you see the show, I'm telling you, those two things collide, and your Knotfest Australia experience is just going to be over the top.
It's just going to be the best thing. It's the best thing you could do. And what I'm going to do right now is I don't want to be the reason that the museum doesn't make its way to Australia this year. So we're going to wrap it up so you can get on that flight. But
Yes.
but is there anything you want to say? Just a final word to us Aussies, because it kicks off this week. It's going to be huge, and it really is a once in a lifetime, especially a 25th anniversary. It is a milestone event.
Yeah, I think just come and check it out, see what's new, see what we've done that's different. Again, we've got some classic pieces you can interact with, and then some, of course, insurance reason we can't have you touch, but we hope that you'll enjoy them anyway. But really, I just want to thank you and your fans. You know, giving me this opportunity to talk about the museum is always so welcome. It's very generous of you to give me this
Thank
time.
you.
And I can't wait to see everybody there. And please, like, come up and say hi. I'm
I will.
usually outside the museum, and the fans too. Like, come up, say, hey, Caelin, I heard this on Jai's show. So, yeah, love
Yeah.
to meet you all.
Beautiful. Sounds like a plan. Well, you better get on that flight. I will not keep you any
Yes.
longer. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cannot wait.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye bye.